You're listening to the Media Man Dan Podcast. Promoting people with passion all over the globe. Interviews every weekend. Album reactions every month. This is your host, Media Man Dan. Let's rock!
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Media Man Dan. It is so great to have you guys here with me. We are going to be listening to a band that is actually local to my area and has a family member, out of all things, in it, and that is called Broken Robots. A really cool alternative, very attitude kind of heavy, a little bit of rapcore, and a whole lot of rock, and I'm so pumped to jump right into their brand new album, The Great American Struggle. Check out their whole discography as a band in the description right down below. I'm celebrating all of the local legends this October for my birth month. We're going to have so many awesome guests on there, and I really hope that you guys will tune in to all those episodes, including the one with Broken Robots. All right, guys, once again, this is The Great American Struggle. Let's rock!
All right. Let's get into this album right here. We are jumping right in right now with the first song, and that is called Circles. Once again, this is The Great American Struggle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, a little bit more jazzy than I expected.
I'm feeling dizzy when we're playing pretend again and again. I got a lot on my mind and I'm busy all the time, but I know so is everybody else. All these circles again. You let me win, but then I lose in the end.
Very laid back vibe on this one.
I'm steady on the grind. I've been working overtime, but I know so is everybody else. I got a lot on my mind and I'm busy all the time, but I know so is everybody else. I got a lot on my mind and I'm busy all the time, but I know so is everybody else. Sometimes it's easier to look for something else. Sometimes it's easier than looking at yourself.
Okay. A little bit of distortion.
Always running.
On their first two albums, I should say their EP and their first album, they really didn't go too far into the rock. They were more in like the indie, but they were like pop rock. I don't even know what to say. They were very alternative and they had a lot of like near hip hop vocals. So this one's a little bit more singy-songy and I'm loving it.
I'm always guarded, I'm squared up, pretending I'm unafraid. I'm always running and chasing and going my own way.
Always love when a band is experimenting with their sound. And that's what this band has done from the beginning. They have played around with a lot of different styles. And I think their production has increased for that because they just keep trying new things. This song is pretty long compared to the other stuff in their discography. And this isn't even the longest song on the album. We got another one that's coming up later on in the album. Number 8, Again and Again is what it's called.
Don't get it twisted, I don't want this to end,
I'm just gonna start noting down my feelings
blind, so I'm
as I'm going through it, just to get some great questions for them.
like everybody else. You know they say that love is blind, so I'm hoping you don't mind that I'm not like everybody else.
And if you guys are first-time watchers for this channel, just so you know, I don't pick up on lyrics too well on a first listen. So if you actually want me to analyze any song, you have to make sure that I've heard it at least 5 times. It's just a problem that I have with ADHD. It's all right though. Yeah, that groovy guitar riff. That's what I'm all about. That distortion just adds so much to it that was missing on their first sound, I should say, overall. Alright, now we're going into the second track, which is called What You Wanted. They know what I wanted. That's so nice of them. And actually, yes, I like what this is doing, so this might be what I wanted.
She's got a job in a cube. She hates it. Doctor gave her pills for the blues. She takes
I'm not a guitarist, but I think those are called pinch harmonics. Feel free to correct me in the comments down below. But I'm loving this, what I hear so far. This is a totally different vibe than what I was expecting, and I'm all about it. So I want to see where it goes. And fun fact, this is the shortest song. So one of the longer songs, and then right into the shortest song on the album. Yeah, I could say their vocalist is definitely more relaxed on this album. It doesn't feel as attitude heavy, especially their first album. That one is like near the levels of the solo or like rap project from Icon for Hire, another local band. Just felt a lot of attitude. But this one is so smooth and calming so far. Nice. Very nice song. Okay, now we are in The Needle, the Thread, and the Hospital Bed. Oh, I like the rhyme there. It's almost a metalcore style title just because it's so long, but doesn't sound anything like that. Okay, rock and roll me. Very soft voice there.
No sudden movements, let it happen.
Yeah, I can't believe that it's like so pleasant. And most likely all the lyrics are not so happy. I just get the vibe of the music. Okay. Little cuckoo clock.
And the strip malls glitter as she drives around. Everybody else is going home.
Not to compare it, because, you know, that's not right to do that, especially to a newer band. But this has the same vibe as Killer Queen by Queen. Just the lyrics alone are very obvious that this is an emotional song, and like I said, the vibe is just so not sad at all. But probably by listen number 5, I'll be like, oh shit, whoopsie. That was The Needle, The Thread, and The Hospital Bed, the third longest song on the album. This album is just so interesting so far, and I'm excited to see if we're going to get a completely different vibe on the next couple of tracks, or if maybe if it will switch up the vibe halfway through and become a completely different style. We'll see. I should say my personal favorite song is Mockingbird, just because it has zeros, ones, and if you guys are The Warning fans, you know Error, and I think that's what like influenced my decision on that. But it's a very punchy song. These are like very laid back. This is Sweet Escape, which is not a Gwen Stefani cover. Oh yeah. Get that groove going. The notes that I was just writing down were that this is my favorite vibe. Like, this is my favorite song, no doubt. I think this just killed whatever I just said about Mockingbird. Like, this is the best I've heard from them. It just sounds so good, and it has so many things I love about it. It's different. And now's the distortions back. Harmonics? Hell yeah. But I just I feel like a disco vibe from that. That little... This is a club banger if I've ever heard one. Yeah, I love this. Deep bass with dubstep, rock and roll kind of like breakdown, I guess you could say. And then it goes right into the sweet dream state thing. It's so cool. Jeez. Yeah, like I said, I miss the context of every song when I'm always listening to the vibe of it. This is Bad Side. Literally every song is groovy. Saxophone? Oh my god, yes.
The man on the sound is about to break it down. I said the man on the sound is about to break it down. He's real friendly if you gently ask and you don't push around. But if you're sassy, ask and turn it up, he'll probably turn it down. 'Cause he's the man on the sound and he doesn't mess around. His dynamics like organic, they're the freshest choice in town.
Out of all the songs, this is the vibe I was expecting for the whole album. And I'm glad that it came halfway through. Just to be like, hey, remember how we used to sound? But it's also adding that new, jazzy, groovy, funky vibe. And this one's totally funk. Especially with that awesome saxophone.
I said the man at the door is about to take the floor. He's real friendly if you gently ask and you don't push and pull. But if you're sassy, ask and let me in, then out the door you go. 'Cause he's the man at the door and he don't like you anymore. So I suggest you act your best. He don't take checks, just cash in full. He's the man at the door, he's protecting the floor. So remember, he's your friend, but only if you show respect. Don't mess with him all.
Very peaceful chorus again. Coming from Sweet Escape, where I said it was like a pre-chorus that's all rocky, goes right into a dream state, this does the exact same thing. And I really love that. I think that it's a great dynamic switch.
All on track. I said the man in the back gonna keep us all on track. He's real steady, always ready.
If you guys can't pick it up right here, they're dual vocals. One is in the left ear and one is in the right ear. They're perfectly in sync, unison, as you could say, in choir language.
But he will end the party if the party's getting whacked.
Okay.
He's the man in the back. He is running all the tracks. So remember, he's your friend, but only if you show respect. Don't mess with him though. Artist on the mic got you feeling alright. I said the artist on the mic shine, let's redesign the frames in which we hang our minds. I'm keeping up, you're keeping time, and I'm always on your side, but don't mess with me though.
So cool. So cool. There's little like xylophone or forget the instrument. It's like a xylophone, but it's the metal version. Oh, those snaps, okay. Hello, Poetry Night. Oh yeah, let's go. Bringing back the old show choir with me. Nice. I like this tune. I like this tune a lot. It is the longest song on the album, and it's very obvious because there are moments where it repeats itself, but it's not overstaying its welcome, I can say that. This is going places, which I think this band is truly going places. Everyone check out Bad Robot. Bad Robot. That's a company that actually makes great movies. Sorry. Broken Robots. That's what you need to check out.
Feeling trapped in all the expectations. Moving on up while we're still filling all the cracks in our foundation. And we never noticed till the aftermath that the ground was even shaking.
Yeah, this is that spoken word stuff that I was expecting.
Pieces all around us, always building while we're breaking down. Everybody's watching, so I'm hoping we don't fail.
And it got groovy again, funky with that.
There's a few things we do well.
I can't even explain what that instrument is, but it sounds so 70s, and I love it.
Baby, you best believe me when I say we're going places. We're going places. We're going places, yeah. We're going places. We're going places.
I think there's a tenor sax. I hear a tenor sax.
We're going places.
Maybe it's a bari sax.
We're going places, yeah. We're going places. We're going places. For a while we've been trying to adapt to our location.
Something's going on in all my ears right now. One of the left ear had its own like solo instrument part. And got like woo! There's so much improvisation going on, which makes it a little bit more jazzy, but it's still funky, groovy, and all the things that I've loved so far, especially Sweet Escape. It's giving that Sweet Escape vibe again.
Everybody's watching while they're riding our coattails.
This is going to be a crowd pleaser, I can say, this one. And please tell me, what is that guitar? Wow, 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 wow. Is that all whammy? Is that what that is? I don't know. It reminds me of Walter Murphy.
We're going places. We're going places, yeah. We're going places. We're going places, yeah. We're going places. We're going places, yeah. We're going places.
definitely going places. Like I said before, this band is going to be something special from what I'm hearing on this album so far. This is their best work they've ever put together. Now we're in the next track, which is called Mad But Nice. I have no idea what I'm in for. Could be a ballad. Could be a full-on rap song. Could be more funk and groove. Piano's here. Hello. Nope, that's not piano. That's guitar. Wow.
Wake up and I struggle to get out of my head.
Okay, this is their vibe. I think their EP had this vibe. There's 2 EPs between their first album and this album.
Thought I understood. And it doesn't make sense, so I'm sitting on the fence. Is this all for real or just a joke at my expense? Do you make up all this trouble just to come
Just the vibe of it mixed with the vocals on this one, which sounds a little bit like Macy Gray. I don't know if you guys picked that up. Like, I feel like I'm back in that Spider-Man 2-1 scene at the fair. Okay, got some dual vocals going on here. That was a unison male vocal. Okay, and it's back. I'm loving the mixing on this, the layering. This is what music is supposed to do in the year of 2025. Do something different. Don't sound like everyone else. Lots of call and response.
So I just forget about it. Staying in my lane. Wake up and it's feeling like I'm flipping the script. Flipping the script. Life short, so it's probably time we all just live it. All just live it.
And you guys know as guitarist, but in that little it just reminds me of not Earth Angel, but that other song from Sky High. I'll sing it after this so you'll know. It's like, this much is true, that's it. But I don't know what that's called in guitar terms, so please let me know in the comments. I'm not a guitarist. I'm just saying right now, what I typed in was rock and roll solo was a nice touch to put on this one. Adding it back to that rock and roll vibe that we got from the first track, but still keeping that funk that we were going for in the middle. Like I said, there's just so much that's like really mastered on this album. Like they're just playing around with their sound and they're making it so good. Again and Again is a ballad. Why am I getting chills? I feel like I'm gonna cry. That's an emotional song already. Oh. Okay, are we going R&B? The funk has taken a rest. So now it's determined that I might not love Sweet Escape as much as this song. Again and Again might be my new favorite, which is the second longest track on the entire album. I think I said the wrong thing before. Bad Side is the longest, this is the second longest, and then The Needle, The Thread, and Hospital Bed. Something very familiar. I like the bells that are on this. I'm really going to have to remember what the xylophone is that's metal, because that's what they keep tapping, or they must be sampling that. Because the xylophone is made of wood. I'm serious, I cannot remember. But I don't want to look it up right now, because that's not right. But I'm loving the vibe of this. Even though I'm talking a lot. That's what I have to do for reactions. If you guys don't want me to talk, go and watch my stuff on Patreon where I just listen. Or I mouth it if I know the music already. But here we go with the distortion. And it's kind of a guitar solo, but we are only halfway through the track so far. A little less than halfway right now. It's crazy that it's being put right here. I want to see where the song goes from here. So was there a bridge that this came from, or are we going into the bridge from a guitar solo? Or are we just gonna finish instrumentally? And I honestly wish this is the final track, just by the vibe of it. Like, it feels like a final track. But I said that on my other friend's album, Choice, that was Demon Hunter. Everything slaps on this song. The vocals slap, the guitar slaps, the bass slaps, any extra instruments used slap, and without a doubt, this is one of the best produced. I was gonna say drum. There's a different word for drums. Helps when I don't have a brain fart, right? I literally have no idea what to call a drum, but the drum track is amazing too. I can't believe it. My brain is on a vacation right now. Percussion. Fuck, that took way too long. Percussion. The percussion is perfect. Like this is the best percussion. And the best produced track in my opinion. One of the best tracks on the whole album, again and again. I will definitely be returning to, most likely, and Sweet Escape a lot. But we're back to another song. We had Again and Again, now we have Over and Over. So first word and then second word is the same word as the first word.
Shows and drive-throughs. So it goes, bringing roses and shows, so you know that I mean it when I say I just keep falling over and over, keep falling.
Okay, group vocals. Very cool. Very cool sound.
Everybody is staging their way to the perfect story. To the pages they age as they find the success and glory. Breaking cages courageously, but we're in category. You were holding the sun, asking if anybody even reads these things. Used to race, but now we're slowing, and I like the pace of growing more. And I can't wait to face what's coming towards us. Always take a step back and then a few steps forward.
That was a great song. That was a really great song. Now we're at Potential, the final track.
Got no glory or credentials.
Going back to their first album sound.
Life is supposed to be.
But this is a very softer
Ain't got
sound.
no intercontinental accolades, uninfluential.
Okay,
But that bullshit doesn't matter much to me.
there we go. There's the little bit of attitude that I was
I
hoping for.
got a man who loves his family, got a dog and he can stand me. And that's more than I thought I'd ever have.
Once again, I don't like comparing artists to other artists. Who does she sound like to you? Let me know in the comments down below. There's some times where I'm like, Pink. Then there's other times where I'm like, nah. It's gotta be somebody else. But this one, I'm thinking of Pink. Like the backing vocals. This song sounds like it would be something James Gunn would put into a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. If you can get one with the vibe. It just feels like that. You can see you soaring in a spaceship with a giant tree and a raccoon.
Got a thick skull with brains inside it, and if it's tough, I could survive it. And that's more than I ever thought I'd be. These people wanna keep me smaller. They get mad if I stand taller, 'cause that's not what they think I'm supposed to be. They want me well behaved and quiet, think that maybe they should try it, so I could finally live my life in peace. They said I wasted my potential, got no glory or credentials, never tasted what a life is supposed to be. Ain't got no intercontinental accolades, uninfluential, but that bullshit doesn't matter much to me.
Okay.
I love how both the vocals have become so catchy, everyone would sing along with this, but at the same time, the guitar is complementing it with a near Brian May style of solo. Oh. And then I got 3 layers. There's so much going on in this track. I can see why it's the final track. I like it, and it's not my favorite yet, but it is so, like, fitting at the same time. Like, it doesn't fit, but it fits perfectly. I don't know how to say that.
It's like you force a puzzle piece straight into the album. What an incredible album this was from Broken Robots, a brand new album that you all need to go and check out if you enjoyed it. Go listen to it again right now. That was The Great American Struggle. Absolutely amazing music all the way through. I loved everything about this, and it's not just because I'm a big fan of them and I'm about to talk with them in about 10 minutes or so. It's because this is actually a band that's showing their true colors and trying new things and really mastering that. And whoever does their production, I think I followed him, he is fantastic. What he's doing here in mixing is so tremendous that you can't possibly say this music isn't good. Like, this is impossible. It's one of the best albums I've heard from the modern age because it fits in the modern age as well as it pays ode and pays homage to the great times of the 70s, the 80s. You got a lot of funkadelic rock in here. You got a lot of funk and feeling kind of thing. And especially when you get to Again and Again, you just have all the emotions pouring out right in the beginning, and then it continues the same vibe that it had before. I love this album. I think you guys will too. If you have a great time with this reaction, check out all my other stuff because I've been reacting on this channel for about 6 to 7 years now, and I have so much more planned. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Broken Robots, for telling me about your music. I'm so excited to talk with you guys right now. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing day and stay safe out there. Peace!